Mr. Speaker, thank you very much, sir. I rise in support to take a short call on this criminal procedures bill. But before I get going, I'd just like to note that I've just heard a very distressing news that there's been a second explosion at the Pike River mine, and that there may not be a possibility of the miners coming out alive, and how distressing news that is, sir. Technology is a wonderful thing to actually get that kind of news so quickly, to actually pay our respects, and how awful it is to actually hear that news. And my heart and my prayers go out to those families and the community in Greymouth. So this criminal procedures bill, the main provisions of this bill works to try and reduce unnecessary delay and inefficiency of court procedures, to avoid unnecessary stress to victims, witnesses, jurors, and others involved in criminal procedures. And earlier tonight, Mr. Harawira actually talked about how he believed that justice delayed may not necessarily be denied. Let me reiterate an incident that I had to deal with a constituent of mine who had been a victim and a witness in a court case. I do not want to go into the details of the court case, but a victim who had been standing there and punched for no known reason to a pulp, and the witness wanting to appear in court, they have still yet to appear. It's taken them more than 3 years to appear before the court to give their story, to get justice for the unprovoked attack. We need to get our justice system right, so that victims can have their say in court to get justice, sir. I do believe that these provisions in the bill will go towards reforming criminal procedures to make the justice system more responsive to the needs of the victims and witnesses. And this has to be good. And earlier tonight, a member from the Green Party commented, I haven't actually been here all night, but talked about how this bill will reduce 43,000 cases, I believe. I better put my glasses on. It was 43,000 fewer court cases. That has to be good. 1,000 to 1,400 fewer cases that need to be designated for a trial by jury. 300 to 600 fewer cases that actually proceed to a jury trial, and savings of 24.3 million over a 5-year period, sir. Having actually been a victim and having actually appeared before a court as a witness, Mr. Harawira actually said, perhaps, not having the face-to-face justice wasn't right. Perhaps for the victims, when the person's guilt is being proven, sometimes intimidation by the offender can be a detrimental effect to the court case. I personally actually experienced it. I feared it so much that I ended up moving my home because I didn't want to live where I was attacked. So perhaps when we actually get through all of this, we'll have proper justice, and the victims will feel safer in New Zealand, where we actually make sure that victims' rights are upheld. I commend this bill to the House.